Today we're exploring the transformative power of simplicity in music, a topic with the potential to revolutionize your understanding of rhythm, melody, and harmony. As Charles Mingus aptly put it, making the simple complicated is easy, but making the complicated simple, now that's true creativity. This wisdom underscores the essence of creative application, making complex concepts simpler and more accessible, thereby enabling you to play the music that you desire. You don't want to miss this one, so grab your bass and let's dive in. In previous lessons, we've discussed the importance of framing a musical task in a way that doesn't paralyze you with its complexity. By breaking down seemingly daunting tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, we can learn to conquer any musical challenge. One of the biggest stumbling blocks in music education lies in the concept of application. It's the responsibility of all learning musicians to practice this regularly, but how do we achieve this? It's really a simple solution. For every musical exercise that you practice, you should write a bass line or a solo that fits the musical context that you want to explore. Essentially, that's our goal today. So let's dive into this principle by integrating chords, rhythm, and melody into a practical musical application. Okay, picture this. You're tasked with creating a bass line over a jazz-inspired chord progression featuring major 7, minor 7, and dominant 7th chords. Sounds intimidating, right? Well, no need to worry because as always, I've got your back. We're going to tackle this challenge by using the principle of economy. This involves finding a simple starting point and maximizing the use of small pieces of musical material that are strung together into a cohesive musical statement. Okay, first up, let's zero in on the major 7th chord. As you might recall from previous lessons, it's constructed with a root, 3, 5, and 7. Take a closer look and you'll see that by simply lowering two notes, the 3rd and the 7th, by 1 fret, we can morph this into a minor 7th chord. And just like that, with just one small tweak, we've unlocked a whole new chord. Okay, now let's explore some alternate applications. By positioning a new root, which is going to be A, beneath our C major 7th chord, we can forge another minor 7th chord with a 9th on the top, resulting in an A minor 9 chord. This quick adjustment will instantly expand your understanding of basic harmony, inching us closer to our musical application. Next up, let's craft a dominant 7th chord by lowering the 7th of the original C major 7th chord by 1 fret. At this point, weaving all these ideas into a coherent musical context might seem a bit overwhelming. So let's switch things up a bit and focus on a rhythmic phrase that I've put together completely at random. Okay, once we've got that down, let's return to the chords and construct a common C major chord progression. Okay, so this chord progression is in the key of C major, and the first chord is a C major 7, which is a 1 major 7 chord. This is followed up with a B minor 7, which is a related 2 minor 7 chord that gives us a little nudge towards the next chord, E7. The E7 is a secondary dominant and would be analyzed as the 5-7 of 6, which resolves nicely to the A minor 9 chord, which is a 6 minor 9. This is followed up with a C major 7 to a B minor 7, which again is a 1 major 7 to the related 2 minor 7 chord. In the next bar, I've thrown in a little curveball by using a 4 minor 7 to a flat 7 7, which is the F minor 7 to B flat 7 sequence. Here's the thing, B flat 7 is a sneaky substitute for the E7 from bar 2. It lets the B minor 7 continue its role as a related 2 chord because the B minor 7 is pointing towards the B flat 7. Now, the F minor 7 to B flat 7 combo also works as a slick substitute for D minor 7 to G7, which is why it works so well resolving back to the C major 7 chord. If this is going over your head a little bit, don't sweat it. I've got a whole tutorial called the Hollywood 251 that breaks down the whole 4 minor 7 to flat 7 7 business. And if you're still fumbling in the dark about harmonic analysis, then it's time to pick up a copy of my book, Functional Harmonic Concepts. But first, let's hear how this chord sequence sounds in context. Lastly, integrating our rhythmic pattern with the chord sequence using notes within the chords themselves, as well as chromatic approach notes, we now have an 8-bar sequence that we're ready to start working with. Finally, putting all the ideas together and expanding the form into a 16-bar pattern in a very short time using simple musical ideas strung together, I'm ready to hear my original musical objective in a performance application. Check it out. There you have it. We've achieved our initial goal, which was to craft a bass line over a jazz-inspired chord progression containing major 7, minor 7, and dominant 7th chords. Now, this may have seemed like a Herculean task at first glance, but using simple starting points and maximizing the usage of small musical pieces, we've been able to accomplish our original objective. Okay, so the key takeaway here is that how you frame the task will always be pivotal for your overall musical growth. Without exploring creative application, your musicianship will never fully blossom. Albert Einstein said, "Keep it simple, but not too simple." This quote underscores the importance of breaking down complex concepts into manageable parts while still preserving their true musical essence. By embracing simplicity and economy while still cherishing the real value of creative application, can unlock an entirely new world of musical possibilities. To delve deeper into these concepts, consider enrolling in my bass foundation course or the 2-year bass mastery course. You can then sit back and watch as your musical abilities continually reach new heights. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.